Breaking the script. Why progress often comes from those who refuse to follow it. In reality, many are simply following a script they never agreed to. This script tells you what success looks like, what failure means, when to speak, when to stay silent, what is realistic, and what is dangerous to dream. The most powerful scripts are not written in books. They are written into culture, education, family expectations, and fear. Breaking the script is not about rebellion for the sake of rebellion. It is about one uncomfortable question. At what point does obedience stop being wisdom and start becoming self-betrayal? What do we mean by the script? When we talk about the script, we are not referring to laws or moral principles alone. The script includes social norms that go unquestioned, career paths labeled as safe, definitions of success imposed by society, emotional rules like don't complain or be grateful no matter what, roles assigned to you before you discover who you are. French sociologist Pierre Bourdieu described this phenomenon through the idea of symbolic power, a form of control so subtle that people experience it as normal life. The script works best when you don't notice it. Why humans are wired to follow the script. From a psychological perspective, conformity is not weakness, it is survival. Number 1, the need to belong. According to Baumeister and Leary's belongingness theory, humans have a fundamental need to form and maintain social bonds. Breaking the script risks rejection, isolation, social punishment. For most of human history, exclusion meant death. Your brain still treats it that way. Number 2, cognitive ease. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman explains that the brain prefers familiar patterns because they require less energy. Following the script feels safe not because it is right, but because it is known. As Kahneman famously put it, the brain is lazy. It prefers coherence over truth. Number 3, fear of responsibility. Freedom is heavy. When you follow the script, failure is external. This is how things are. Everyone does this. When you break it, responsibility becomes personal. Philosopher Erich Fromm called this phenomenon the escape from freedom, the tendency to surrender autonomy to avoid anxiety. When following the script becomes psychological damage, there is a critical point where obedience stops being adaptive and starts becoming harmful. Number 1, cognitive dissonance. When your actions contradict your values, the mind enters a state of tension known as cognitive dissonance, Leon Festinger. People resolve this tension in 3 ways: change behavior, change beliefs, or normalize inner conflict and numb themselves. Most choose the third. This is how scripts create quiet despair. Number 2, learned helplessness. Psychologist Martin Seligman demonstrated that repeated lack of control leads individuals to stop trying, even when escape becomes possible. Scripts that discourage questioning produce compliance, not resilience. Number 3, suppression of creativity. Educational researcher Sir Robinson argued that rigid systems reward conformity and punish originality. Innovation rarely comes from those who follow instructions perfectly. It comes from those who question why the instructions exist at all. Power, scripts, and control. French philosopher Michel Foucault emphasized that power does not operate only through force, but through discourse. Scripts shape what can be said, what can be thought, and what is considered normal. Once internalized, people police themselves. This is the most efficient form of control. No guards, no chains, only habits. Breaking the script versus becoming reckless. Here is where many misunderstand the idea. Not all rule breakers are visionaries, and not all followers are cowards. Conscious deviation. Healthy script breaking involves understanding the rule deeply, knowing why you are deviating, and accepting the consequences. This is strategic nonconformity. Chaotic rebellion. Unhealthy rebellion is driven by ego, anger, and a need to feel special. Nietzsche warned, "He who fights monsters should see to it that he does not become a monster himself." Breaking the script without clarity often replaces one prison with another. Historical progress and script breakers. History does not remember those who followed instructions perfectly. It remembers those who disrupted them intelligently. Socrates challenged accepted knowledge and was executed for it. Galileo questioned authority-backed truth and was silenced. Rosa Parks violated a legal script and shifted history. Nelson Mandela rejected the moral legitimacy of law itself. Psychologists describe such figures as constructive deviants, individuals who violate norms in ways that benefit society. Progress depends on them. The psychological cost of breaking the script. Let's be honest, breaking the script is not glamorous. It often comes with loneliness, doubt, financial instability, and social misunderstanding. Research on nonconformists shows higher exposure to stress, but also higher long-term life satisfaction when actions align with personal values. The price is real, so is the reward. How to break the script without destroying yourself. Rule number 1, study the script before you reject it. Ignorance is not freedom. Understand where the rule came from, who benefits from it, who it excludes. Only then is deviation intelligent. Rule number 2, separate values from approval. Approval is external, values are internal. The moment approval becomes your compass, autonomy disappears. Rule number 3, choose your battles. You don't need to break every rule. Effective nonconformists are selective, not reactive. Rule number 4, accept the cost consciously. There is no freedom without consequence, but unconscious obedience also has a cost, paid slowly over years through regret. The final question. Breaking the script is not about being different, it is about being honest. Honest about what you believe, what you tolerate, what you are willing to trade your life energy for. The most dangerous script is the one that convinces you this is just how life is, because once you believe that, change feels impossible, even when it is not. Closing message, YouTube ending. You don't need to break the script today. You don't need to rebel tomorrow. But you do need to ask yourself this: